I wish I could erase that face facts. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something, everybody love, everybody know how it go, everybody people.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Raiders are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Eagles team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Clock winding down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And some room to maneuver. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now back to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as your defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, buff them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
The slot man in motion right. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. He'll drop to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On second down, here's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue, line it. After that, not Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point is always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Let's go! Blue, Landon! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their brother.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Carr letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Carr now on third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A second quarter score from Carson. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Being chased out left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Coleman. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking deep in the direction of... And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Carr throwing on second down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return will stop right around the 25. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. This is Coleman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Coleman now. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his car on third down. And he's got his man here. It's Green. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. From from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Green, 39. Green. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky gun. Let's go. 319.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Detroit! Green, 39.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go! Detroit! Leopard! Here we go now. Green, over! Set! Green, 39. Green!
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They come up in an offset eye.
Leopard! Gun! Set! Blue 90! Over! Watching that, Blue 90!
And now it's 2nd and goal. On the toss, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
3rd and goal, Gurley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Back to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Carr second only to Matthew Stafford in 4th quarter comebacks last year, had 7 of them, so he has the experience despite the young age.
He grew up fast, and because of that, the rest of the guys that play alongside of him, they have confidence they're going to get it done.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out now come the Eagles. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here.